Oleksandr Usyk just put on the performance of a lifetime to defeat Anthony Joshua and become the new heavyweight champion of the world. Wow. Huge moment for boxing. New champion, Joshua, known as potentially the number one heavyweight on the planet. I know the Fury versus Wilder fight, the debate between who's the best guy. I mean, now it's not Joshua. I personally didn't think Joshua was the number one guy in the heavyweight division to start. I thought stylistically Usyk would be a hellish fight. I thought the southpaw would give him a lot of problems, as he did. I got my official scorecard that I wrote down here, and we'll talk about what happened throughout this fight. Wow, I'm in shock. I'm amazed. I mean, granted, I thought that Usyk would be the rightful winner. Didn't know if he'd get the decision. My scorecard read 117-111 to Oleksandr Usyk, only seeing Joshua win rounds 6, 10, and 2. Not a lot of rounds for Anthony Joshua, and who knows, that second round could have even been a stretch to give it to him. What we saw from Usyk, the tricky southpaw made it really hard for Joshua to land effective strikes. Tons of movement. If you look at Usyk's style, constantly slipping in and out of range, throwing feints. It's a style that Joshua, I felt, would potentially struggle with. You look at how Joshua fights, a lot more up tall. He does throw decent straight shots, but he's fighting against a southpaw who really uses that lead right hand well to block shots as well. Usyk comes inside, lands some crisp left hands throughout the fight, attacked with combinations. His volume was much higher than Anthony Joshua, and his cardio looked fantastic. Being able to keep up that pace for all 12 rounds is a feat of its own. Anthony Joshua, couple of moments, was really digging for some uppercuts to the body, but Usyk really leading the dance. Though Joshua had a 4-inch reach advantage, wasn't evident here. He couldn't get the jab going, and that's just to Usyk's boxing skill set with his southpaw stance, was able to block out that jab hand of Anthony Joshua. Usyk would come inside, landing combinations, lots of wide looping hooks for Usyk, but very technical the way he'd throw them, not chaotic and wild. Precise, poised. You look throughout the fight. Early stages, it was Usyk. It seemed like Joshua was coming on a bit more towards the 6th round and did have some moments, round 6 and round 10. The official judges had scores 117-112, 116-112, and 115-113. They saw it a little bit different than I did, but necessarily the same. Seeing the right guy winning, I'm so thankful, because in boxing, we see these terrible results. The reason Usyk wins, tricky southpaw, controls range well, blocking is excellent. His defense is great. He's quicker than Anthony Joshua. His footwork is better. And honestly, the stamina, he was able to keep that high pace. I think Joshua was hoping maybe Usyk would start to tire as the fight went on, and then Joshua would be able to turn the tables and put it on him. He looked to be coming after him a bit, attacking with body shots, pushing him towards the ropes for moments, but Usyk never stayed there. Usyk is an elite level boxer, gold medalist in his own right, dominant cruiserweight champion. He now moves to 19-0. He has 4 world titles to his name. On the other side of the championship spectrum in the boxing game, you have Wilder versus Fury coming up next month. I think the winner of that fight probably fights the winner of this one. I don't think the Usyk-Joshua rematch should be next. I don't see Joshua being able to make many adjustments. Excuse me. I feel like this is just a hellish matchup, and always will be. Usyk is a superior boxer. Joshua tried to come in lighter. He weighed 240. Naturally, we've seen him upwards in the 250s. It wasn't enough. He doesn't have the hand speed. He's a little bit too tall, and there's openings, especially for a tricky southpaw like Usyk. Nice overhands landed, good straights, dug to the body a bit. Joshua tried to move forward, but there wasn't a lot of effective striking. He didn't have the power to really hurt Oleksandr Usyk at all here and make him worry about coming in the range. He didn't have any fear of Joshua's power. He actually stunned Joshua. You look at the end of the fight, I thought there might potentially be a TKO with 10 seconds left because Usyk put it on him. You saw after the fight, Joshua immediately sat down. He knew he had lost it. He was definitely feeling the effects of this matchup. What do we do now? I think maybe you have to do Oleksandr Usyk versus the winner of Wilder Fury. I want to see it, and I'll be honest, stylistically, he is a very tricky matchup for either of those men. Fury will have a serious size advantage, and he can technically box, which could defeat Usyk. I think Wilder could have the power to KO Usyk, but he's definitely not the better technical boxer. Such exciting matchups now in this heavyweight division. Honestly, heavyweight division boxing is extremely good right now. A new Ukrainian champion, the Klitschko's, legendary Ukrainian fighters, Even saw Vitaly in the audience. He's got to be happy to see his man Usyk win, and I guess avenge his fellow countryman Vladimir Klitschko and defeating Anthony Joshua. It was a great performance. The technical boxing, the movement, the way he controls range, even being the shorter guy, blocking the shots of Anthony Joshua, landing the more effective strikes. It was 12 rounds of pure technical boxing. Oleksandr Usyk is a specimen. He's amazing. I love the fight. I cannot wait to see more out of both of these boxers. Joshua, we know, will be back. I don't know the immediate matchup, what's next. Maybe they have a rematch clause coming in, so maybe they'll fight immediately after this. Personally, don't want to see it. I think Joshua drops it again. I think you got to do Usyk. Move forward with the division. Let's do Usyk versus the winner of Wilder Fury. Maybe Joshua waits in the wings for the winner of that matchup. Maybe Joshua takes a third fight against Ruiz. Maybe he rematches Dillian White. There's so many names out there. I think Joshua, he's 31, right? So he still has time to improve. Usyk just level above. And you know what? The elite level amateur experience. I know Joshua does have a gold medal, but Oleksandr Usyk is the rightful owner of that gold medal. Let's just say Joshua's decisions were not the most fair. This is now a second loss for Joshua. I never felt he was the pound for pound best. I never thought he was the top heavyweight, but I knew he was a damn good one. Usyk just superior. Excited to see what's next for him. What an excellent main event. Great boxing match. Much love. Smash that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this post-fight breakdown. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a great night, everybody.